You're watching the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5.
Sponsored by Hennessy Haight. Help is here. And by Flowing Tide Pub.
In the entertainment capital of the world, and our goal is to be the #1 show in town out there on the football field, right? No pressure to the players either. I mean, showtime. We're out here now. We are the show.
Welcome into the RebZone. I'm your host, Paloma Villicana. The Dan Mullen era is here in Las Vegas, and the enthusiasm and expectation to win has never been higher at UNLV. Dan Mullen was officially welcomed to campus on Friday in a press conference open to the public at the Fertitta Football Complex. The university emphasized building off the foundation the success Barry Odom has built in Las Vegas, leading the Rebels to back-to-back Mountain West Championship games and making history, ranked as high as 20 in the college football playoff and 19th in the AP Top 25. Here's more from UNLV Athletics on building off 19 wins in 2 seasons in Las Vegas.
We have all the elements that are needed to continue to compete and succeed in today's, it is really evolving, the college football environment. As you may know, I serve as the chair of the Mountain West Conference, and we just had a conversation yesterday about like 1% of everything that's going on. It's tough to keep up with it, but honestly, we have to have all of those elements to be able to be successful. Not only do we have to have the supporters, the donors, the partners across the valley, all of those folks, we also have to have facilities. We have to have facilities like the Fertitta Football Complex and Allegiant Stadium. Coach was just referencing, look at where we play. We are the big show. We've got this incredible complex that I know has been absolutely essential in being able to attract the best talent around.
Dan Mullen's excitement is larger than life to be in Las Vegas. He even mentioned that speaking to the team on Friday is the most alive he's felt in 3 years. Dan Mullen has won 103 games as a head coach. Mullen brings an SEC work ethic and winning track record from the SEC, coaching for 9 years at Mississippi State and 4 years at Florida. He holds a 7-3 bowl game record while sending off 76 players to the NFL. Tonight on the RebZone, we dive deep into Coach Mullen's past and what's next for UNLV football.
UNLV football, 10 wins for the first time in 40 years. What was your message to the team today?
Well, his first message was get number 11. We got a bowl game to go win, and I want to see us go get that win. But then I told them I chose them. And I'm going to earn their respect as a coach, every one of them. We want them part of it. We've built an unbelievable foundation here already. Coach Odom's done a great job. You look at the support of the community, all the facilities we have, those players, and their buy-in to get us where we are, I think is really critical. And I said, hey, I chose you. I want to be a part of it. I want to earn your respect, and I want to keep this going. I want us to take that next step and win that Mountain West Championship and get that title and get ourselves to the playoffs. And, we're going to work hard to do that, but we're all in.
You mentioned the facility being top-notch. The 49ers practice here during the Super Bowl. What can you say about the Fertitta Football Complex?
It's when you come in here and what the Fertitta family's done and given us this opportunity here, there's not many facilities like this in the country. And, I know there's coaches that go all over the place like, okay, come in. Well, we got to build a facility. We got to do this. You're talking, I don't care whether you're in the Big Ten or you're in the SEC or AC, wherever you are, Big 12, they're going to come out here and they're wowed by what we have. And not just the ability, what we have, the ability to help the players develop, give them and meet their needs, both physically on the field, with their health off the field, and their mental development. We have all of that right here in place. And then we get to go play in one of the great, probably the premier college football stadiums, an opportunity to go play at Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, best venue in college football. There's 3 All-Americans right outside this building. 29 seniors graduated this year, recruiting this offseason, and really zeroing in on a quarterback. What are you looking for when you're recruiting?
Well, when I look at quarterbacks, I want a winner. You know, I've coached a lot of guys. I've coached Heisman Trophy winners, first picks in the NFL draft, the highest paid player in NFL history, or offense player right now with Dak Prescott. But I've coached a lot of those different guys, and all of them are different shapes, different sizes, different skill set. But they all have the ability to win. You know, they have that mental, physical toughness, that leadership, that it factor. And so that's the most important one when we start at the quarterback position. But I think we're at a program when you talk about recruiting, I think there's players all around the country are going to look and say, hold on, you have unreal facilities. You live in an amazing city, great weather, great place to live. We play in one of the premier stadiums in all of football. And I don't care what level you're at of football. And we're right there knocking on the door of winning the championship in the college football playoff. I want to be a part of that. I'm going to be a part of taking that next step. And I think there's players all around the country that are going to be excited to come be a part of it. Hopefully not just local players. I want all these guys, local guys, because they know they don't have to go anywhere to win championships, but also players around the country that are transferring, excited to be a part of it.
Taking a look at the offensive side of the ball, Coach, the go-go offense has scored a lot of points over the past 2 years, 19 wins. What do you like about this offense, and what are you looking to build with this offense?
Well, you're going to look. The key to offense is putting guys in position to be successful, and they've done a nice job of that. I've always believed that. I look and build offenses around the strengths of our players. If we need to run the ball, we'll run it. If we throw it, we'll throw it. Our job offensively, we've got to score one more point than the defense gives up. And as crazy as that sounds, we've always been very successful doing it and putting up huge statistical numbers everywhere we've done, but we've done it different ways. And so I never put it in a box. We have a huge playbook. We use about 60% of it every year for what fits that team and that roster. And that's going to be huge. But, you know, more importantly, which I know you'll get to, which is defense. You win championships on defense. And we're going to play an aggressive style of defense. You know, defense is going to come first for us. Even as an offensive coach, I promise you this. We plan to win. We're going to play great defense.
Awesome, Coach. We'll wrap it up with your family here in Las Vegas. Your thoughts on this city, the sports and entertainment capital of the world?
Well, you know what? It is. I mean, listen, there's I don't know anywhere in the world you can go where you have everything in the world you want in a downtown city, and you can go 10 minutes away and be in a great suburb and a great community with people. That's what makes it like such a unique place. That's what I'm so excited about. I know there's great schools, great education. My kids are into sports. They're young high school guys. There's great high school sports here to go be a part of it. So many great communities to go live in. You know, it kind of has, it's a place that has it all. And that's why I am excited to live here and excited to be a part of it.
Well, you heard what Coach Dan Mullen had to say. The Rebels got to get win number 11 against Cal in the LA Bowl. Coming up next, we'll hear from the players on sticking together and finishing the year with a bowl win. Plus, we're going one-on-one with interim head coach Dal Alexander, getting to know his story and how Wednesday will be a homecoming for the former USC wide receiver. The RebZone continues after the break.
Hey, Rebel Nation, man. We just touched down in Long Beach, man. Excited to play in front of you guys, man. See y'all at the bowl game.
Yeah, so I played him in 2020 when he had Kyle Trask and Kadarius Toney, Kyle Pitts over at Florida. And I thought he was a great offensive mind. You know, I thought he put everybody in a great spot and gave everybody an opportunity to make plays, you know, and I think when you look at an offense that has those caliber type players, you want to figure out how you can get everybody the ball. I think he did a great job with that against us. You know, he definitely showed with the outcome of the game. But I think he's a great coach. I think he has a great mind and philosophy for the game of football and for offense, for what I've seen and when we played him. So it was much respect to him. And like I said, for I know he's supposed to be coming here, so I mean, I expect him for great things.
Welcome back to the RebZone. The Dan Mullen era is here at UNLV. Mullen is looking to pick up where Barry Odom left off after a historic 2 years in Las Vegas. The UNLV Rebels have reached new heights, clinching 10 wins for the first time in 40 years and are playing in back-to-back bowl games for the first time in program history. Here's what Dan Mullen had to say on Barry Odom's impact at UNLV.
As funny as everything goes, last year we came out for the College Football Hall of Fame. I had Tim Tebow being inducted, not this year, the year before. So I was having knee issues. So I called Barry, and he's like, just come on and run over and let the trainer check you out real quick. So I got to come and see the facilities here, which is one of the biggest selling points to where this program's at. where we are on the national stage of things. And when you got to come out, I got to walk through facilities. I said, wow, things are in great place here for us. This is not a building project here. This program's on the up. This program is where it needs to be. I think Barry Odom has done an amazing job in building this program. I've been great friends with Barry, and and looking at the team, getting to see the team and what Coach Odom's done is amazing. I mean, 10-win season, that's a special deal. Going to a bowl game, competing for 2 straight conference championships. He's gotten this program aligned in the right direction, and I'm excited to continue that. I'm excited to continue that path, to take that next step, which that next step is to go win that conference championship. The next step is to go take our stage in the college football playoff on the national stage.
A lot of high energy at practice this week. The Rebels are getting ready to play Cal in the LA Bowl on Wednesday. UNLV looking for win number 11 against the Bears and looking to finish the season strong after falling to Boise State 21-7 on the road in the Mountain West Championship.
My notes, as the head coach, I kind of divided, offense, defense, special teams. But, it was a letdown. Anytime you lose, it's a letdown. So to be able to point the finger at one area, it's tough to do. When you come back and you look at it and you watch a guy make a false step in a different area than offense, you're going to lose the game or have a chance to lose the game. So did we struggle? Were we our best? No. But at the same time, there were other areas that we could have been better.
There is a lot of, a little bit of tension right now, like with, young people not knowing what they're going to do. He's really just emphasizing, let's finish this season off right and just, end it with a win and, be all together for these last couple of days. Like, let's go hard in practice and let's just be all bought in.
It's all about us just finishing off together what we started. We always, my state of mind was that, shoot, if there's football to be played, I'm playing. There's no ifs and buts about it. So that was kind of my demeanor. So I hope everybody has the same, mindset, which I think everybody does because they're in the building giving the same amount of effort as they always do. So, I don't think we skipped a beat at all. We're ready to go, and we'll be ready for Cal. We play on Wednesday.
Very cool to also mention that Hodge Malik Williams was named a captain this week for the LA Bowl. Number 6 has a very special story, stepping up 3 games into the season and finishing as a UNLV legend. We'll hear more from the Rebels on gearing up for the LA Bowl. Plus, we're going one-on-one with interim head coach Dal Alexander on taking over after Barry Odom's departure to Purdue. The former USC wide receiver is headed back to his hometown, looking to bring back a bowl game trophy to Las Vegas. The RebZone continues after the break. It's been a whirlwind of a week. How have you, tried to keep this locker room together?
Well, first of all, before I can keep the locker room together, I've got to keep myself together. And you learn and you gain experience sitting in this seat in a short amount of time. So I had to get organized and I had to continue my self-care. I had to make sure that I was eating, that I was hydrating. I had to make sure that I could gather my thoughts. That's why I have my vision board. And then when those are concrete and I feel comfortable with those, then I can present those. And I think that's the biggest stressing point for me is I want to make sure that I am crystal clear on my presentation. And there's a presentation to the players, and there's a presentation to the staff, department heads, and I want to be on point because you have to get that message across, and we all have to be on the same page.
You were able to win 19 games in 2 years with Coach Odom. Let's talk about Coach Odom's impact on your life. What does he mean to you? Well,
Coach Odom is a hard-nosed coach. And I've been that way my entire career, and I've bonded with coaches that have been that way, that are a little bit more strict on details, not necessarily strict on rules, but strict on details, strict on habits, and that's kind of the thing that I've been a magnet to with him because that's all he talks about. Winning habits. He talks about the standard, and the expectations, and as long as the guys live by those things and reach those goals, you're going to be fine on any team.
We talk about how special Jacob DeJesus is, special team star on offense. Him losing his father in the middle of the season. What brought the best out of you to help that young man?
It just really points to why you do the job, and it continues to teach you that, football is about life's lessons and the relationships last forever, and young people need guidance through football, through life, and we just try to bring those together, and he brought that out of me to make sure that he understood that football was not everything, and what he was dealing with was more important. But then he taught me that there are guys like him that say, Coach, I get it. My dad and my family taught me how to, categorize what's happening, and he showed up for everything that he could.
Ricky White, Jacob DeJesus, all these stars here at UNLV looking to reach the next level. What tools have you given them to succeed?
A little bit from my past, reiterated through Coach Odum. It's really just about how you play the game. You play football a certain way. You have to be consistent at your approach to preparing, and you have to understand that where you are as an athlete or as a coach, there's much more knowledge out there for you. And so for Ricky or Jacob or myself, it's really about seeking knowledge, growth, and knowing that there's no end, there's no end. Until you put your whistle down and walk away, or you take off the helmet and cleats for the last time, you must continue to develop, learn, and grow.
Going home to Los Angeles, I know this LA Bowl will be very exciting for you, but want to take a look back at your career, really every stop you've been. Tell fans how special your football journey has been.
Well, my football journey starts here in Las Vegas. I was a graduate assistant at USC. I got my first job here with Jeff Horton. He gave me the opportunity to come here and coach here at USC. It wasn't long after that I was here with John Robinson. And John Robinson being my former head coach at USC, I had learned a ton from. That was my start. Those are my roots. And so to be here, I just felt so comfortable, but I was at the beginning of my career. So like most young people, I was chasing the career and finding better opportunities, or at least that's what I thought I was doing. But to kind of bring it back full circle, I'm here now. I'm here now. 3 of my family members, my immediate family, my wife, my son, my oldest son, my middle son, are going to graduate from UNLV. So it's pretty special. This is home.
Welcome back to the RebZone. Yes, it's been a busy week over at UNLV. The departure of Barry Odom, the hiring of Dan Mullen, and preparing for the upcoming LA Bowl on Wednesday night. Also on tap this week, the Runnin' Rebels back in action, moving over to Lee's Family Forum, taking on Pacific. Fox 5 Sports Director Kevin Bollinger has the highlights and reaction on the Runnin' Rebels as they inch closer to conference play.
UNLV had lost 3 straight coming into this one, all away from Las Vegas. Maybe they just needed some home cooking as they return to Southern Nevada and pocket a win. The Runnin' Rebels playing for only the second time in the last 14 days as they ran with Pacific. Early on, Bear Cherry across the baseline to Julian Rishwain for the quarter 3. Then the defense. Pacific turns it over and the Rebs run. Jalen Bedford finishes on the other end to make the lead 3. More defense. DJ Thomas with the steal and ahead to Brooklyn Hicks. He throws it down, but Thomas wasn't done. The next trip down the floor, he knocks down the triple. UNLV would never trail in the first half, but they couldn't get any separation, and they led 34-29 at the break. The Rebels went cold to open the second half, and Pacific took advantage, working the shot clock down and feeding a cutting Jazz Gardner for the two-handed slam. Then Elias Ralph to the left hand for the bucket and the foul. The three-point play giving the Tigers their first lead of the game at 40-38. The Rebs responded. Thomas with the steal. He takes it the other way and knocks down the floater in the lane, and that is when Rishwain caught fire. 3 consecutive triples on 3 trips down the floor as UNLV opened up their largest lead of the game with 4 minutes to go. The Rebels hit their free throws down the stretch and they come away with a 72-65 win.
It felt great, we lost the last 2 games, but those last 3 games were very tough, very talented teams, and we're right there every game. We just gotta clean up a few things, but tonight felt good to get back on track.
Really proud of the guys. Again, we're still clicking, we're still figuring things out. Guys are still working. Obviously, Henley back in the lineup tonight. It was the first time we've had him. There's a good excitement in the locker room because I think we're realizing that we can continue to get better.
Next up for the Runnin' Rebels, they are right back on the road as they travel to Dayton on Tuesday to take on a very tough Flyers team. Kevin Mulliner, Fox 5 News Local, Las Vegas.
Jackson Woodard is going down in history at UNLV. Number 7's impact goes far beyond the football field, making an impact in our community and to those around him. His coaches credit Woodard for the transformation at UNLV and his dedication to winning. The former Arkansas walk-on has become a UNLV star and has one more game left as a Rebel.
Such a blessing, man, just to be here among so many great players, coaches, athletic directors, just people of the game of football. I'm blessed to be a part of it, really. You know, the National Football Foundation is incredible. The Campbell Award is something that I'm just really honored to be a part of. I'm a football player. I love football. Any chance that I get to play football, I'm going to go play. You know, I love knocking heads. That's the one thing that football is different. It's such a physical game, and you don't have many opportunities. We obviously got one more game left. I'm definitely here to stay and go finish it out with a win.
And how exciting for Rebel fans to see number 7 take the field one more time as a Rebel. The seniors have advocated on the team how important this bowl game is to give it their last shot this season. Fox 5 is packing our bags with the team to LA. We'll keep you up to date on the Rebels on the road. As always, Rebel Nation, this city is so special. The family and parents I've met this season will be forever lifelong friends. Football is so much more than a game. It's a family, and I'm blessed to have a huge UNLV family. Good night, Las Vegas. We'll see you fans at SoFi Stadium on Wednesday night for a 6 p.m. kickoff. The Rebels taking on the Bears at SoFi Stadium.